Hey everybody, welcome back to the Mindcrack. We're back on the Mindcrack server, and today we're over by the world border. There it is right there behind me, and I think that's Seth Bling over there. Today we're going to be doing kind of a community project, or sort of like a cleanup detail type of thing, a beautification type of thing we're going to do today. So I already have one sort of community project, and that is the town square and the building underneath it, which is going to have signs for the different, 4 different spawn towns, not spawn towns, but 4 different towns in addition to Spawn Town, which are going to be out here at the corners of the world border. One's going to have like redstone stuff, the other's going to have shops, the other's going to have good land with games, and then the 4th one is going to have different types of farms. That's one thing I'm working on, one sort of community project. But I thought of another. I was out here running around exploring the world border and how much it had expanded. And I think it started, you see this hill right behind my head here. It was sort of mostly on that side of the hill when we started, and it's come all the way out that way in just this little amount of time. So it's a pretty decent expansion. We're getting bigger and bigger. But I was running around out here, and I noticed there were just torches scattered everywhere. And I don't know, it must have been almost accidental. I can't imagine someone would just run around and, like, place torches for, like, an entire video or even 2. I can't imagine that would happen. And there's a variety of reasons you don't want torches scattered all over the landscape. So, as part of, like, a community service thing, we are going to run around and we're going to pick up all the torches, and I think I'm going to call this episode Untorched Thursdays. That's right, Untorched Thursdays. That's what we're going to call it. I've already done some. You can see all of this landscape completely free and unblemished of torture destruction. Although there is some sort of blemishes on the landscape where people have, maybe we'll even find a spot before we exit the mesa. There are several spots where people have just blatantly sheared off the landscape to clean it and to harvest a lot of stained clay. That kind of really irritates me, to be honest, when people do that. I wish we would have more ecologically sensitive people. Ooh, look at these. Okay, yeah, let's get this. So, there's a variety of reasons. You don't want torches just scattered everywhere. It must have been a mistake. I mean, there's no way someone would just purposefully do this. I can't imagine any kind of motive or whatever. But one is, when you put torches all over the landscape, that means no monsters on the landscape, right? Oh, look at this right here. Yeah, see this? This is maybe slightly better, because whoever cleaned this out made it inside the mountain to try to make it less noticeable, but then there's this big hole here. Anyway, one of the reasons you don't want torches all over the surface is because when you go caving, there's going to be monsters there, just like tons of them, everywhere, zillions of them. And it's going to become a little bit troublesome, hazardous, and yeah, I mean, the game is called Minecraft, right? And so if your mines are too dangerous, that's no bueno. So we need to pick up the torches just for that reason. For another thing, they're not even in a proper torch grid. And so, like, if you're going to put torches down, at least do a proper torch grid. And do it in a limited area that you're actually going to be building in. Another reason is, I've seen a few people running around and maybe being a little bit over dramatic, maybe like trying to oversell how in danger they are. Like, oh, there's some monsters. Oh no. Oh, a skeleton. What am I to do? I'm going to run around and make silly noises. Oh, we may just die a bunch of times. And seriously, I mean, if you've been playing this game for 3 years or 4 years or however long, and you're still in trouble from basic monsters, even if you don't have armor. I mean, if you don't have armor, okay, maybe. If you get swarmed by a bunch of things, you might die once. Okay, fine, I'll give you that. But if you have even a little bit of armor and a sprint button, if you're not in 1.73 beta and you've got a sprint button, you really shouldn't be in any danger from monsters. And so I think for the people who are acting, maybe they're not acting, maybe they're just real bad at the game. Maybe we need to teach them and let them train. So maybe that's another reason to get rid of all the torches, is that, well, people need to get better at this game. So I'm going to remove all these torches for that reason as well. Let's see, we've almost got 9 stacks of torches. That's pretty good. And night is coming. And I will illustrate, in fact, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'll illustrate that you don't need to worry about monsters when it's nighttime. You can just run away from them in most cases. You don't have to kill them all. For the most part, you can just run away. And just avoid the creepers as best you can. And you might get an explosion every now and then, but you shouldn't really be dying. I do have diamond armor. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take that off. So I've only got a moderate amount of armor. That's less armor than a full set of iron gear, right? So I think that's reasonable to expect someone to have after a little bit on a server. It only takes... How long does it take in Ultra Hardcore to get up to a full set of iron armor? Like half an hour, maybe? So if you've been on the server half an hour, you should be okay. Okay, we're going to take these, and I guess in a video like this, I'm supposed to tell some kind of like anecdote, right? I'm not sure exactly how to fill up time doing this kind of thing. Like, you wouldn't seriously make a whole video about this, right? You wouldn't just run around and place torches for an entire video. There's no way. There's no way you could do a whole video just doing that. I don't believe it. Let's get this one. Oh, it's so dark. Oh no, I'm going to die. Okay, let's run out here. I'd like to get a lot of work done tonight, though. I might do some off camera. We'll see. Oh yeah. Okay, so anecdotes. I'm supposed to tell some kind of story, right? That's supposed to be humorous kind of thing. So, okay, here's one. When I was a little kid, I had a friend, and I'm talking, when I say little kid, I mean like 3rd grade. 3rd grade, well, depending on what kind of school system you were in, if you're from different parts of the world, 3rd grade means 8 to 9 years old. There's a creeper right there. Watch me just run away. 8 to 9 years old. When I was 8 to 9 years old, I had a friend. His name was Clayton. And I only have a few memories from 3rd grade. It's kind of odd a little bit. I've got a lot of memories from 4th grade and even more from 5th and 6th. But it seems like there's some kind of cutoff, at least in my brain. And 3rd grade doesn't stick as much. It's kind of, maybe it's related to the fact that my family moved across the country when I was in the summer between 3rd and 4th grade. So that might actually have something to do with it. I never really thought about it before. But I have very few memories from 3rd grade, just like a few glimpses. And they're kind of blurred together with 2nd grade stuff from the same school. And then 4th grade, I can remember a lot more than 3rd grade. But anyway, 3rd grade, I had this friend named Clayton. And he's like the only thing I remember, at least I don't remember any other friends' names. He's about the only thing I remember from that time. And I remember this one time, I don't even know what I was thinking as a kid. What the heck was my mindset? I invited him over to play. And I think we were running around outside, and maybe we played with some Transformers or something. I don't know. And I think like 90% of the time he was there, I just laid down and had a nap and didn't want to talk to him. I don't know. What an asshole friend I was. See all these monsters? Who cares, right? They're just, let them run. See that skeleton? Who cares, right? Oh no, he shot me. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah. Okay, we're getting it. So we'll move a little faster now. A little bit faster now. A little bit faster now. And we've lost them. Oh no. Oh, creeper. Okay, so he blew up. Let me actually... I'm going to screenshot that and fill it in later because I'm working on a video right now. Ordinarily, I just stop right there and fix it. But since you and I were in the middle of a conversation, I guess it's kind of one-sided because I haven't listened to anything you said. But we're having a conversation. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I just I laid down and I took a nap and I didn't talk to him the whole day. And my mom was forced to play with my friend and like find things for him to do and like lead him around and show him things outside. Man, he must have like thought I was such an asshole. I don't know what he thought about me. I know we were friends after that, so who knows, man? Maybe kids forgive easily. I'm not really sure. Okay, so that's that anecdote. Is the video over? No, I don't think so. Can you really spend a whole video just walking around doing this? Who in their right mind would watch such a thing? Okay, there's a creeper. Oh, run. He's gonna blow up. Don't blow up. Okay, we avoided that one. Good. All right, so, yeah. I think I will do the rest of this off camera, and then we'll work on something else. We'll go work on the town square. No monsters can spawn if you do that, guy.
No, it's okay, Zisteau. Don't worry, I'll put it back.
No. I got a lot of torches in my inventory.
I know exactly how to resolve this.
How do we...
Ah! What a jerk! Have you gone around the whole border removing my torches?
Water buckets! That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that.
Okay, yeah, you're kind of screwed, Good.
Keep up now, Good.
Why are you so mean to me?
Someone left all these.
I had time to make one video a week, and you just go on behind and removing all.
No. I started a new series. It's called Untorched Thursdays, and if anything, it's going to allow you to make Torch Tuesdays in perpetuity, right?
All right, it's a business opportunity. I like it.
You took my water source block, you bastard.
Oh.
Wow. Suck it, Torch.
Battle.
Torch wins this one.
Clever.
Hey, go check this out. Hey, guy. You, not Lou. You, not you. You, lefties. Laying around. So, I cleaned them up for you. Oh, man, I'm so nice. Cleaning up your... Like, you put these torches all over the place, and, like, I just clean it up for you. Sounds like there is a thunderstorm in progress. Yep. Okay, so I'm online right now with Good, Seth, and BTC. Hopefully one of them is around the area. We actually have a little area on the server dedicated to trying to get some charged creepers, to get some creeper skulls. And hopefully one of them is around there and we get some. Okay, so for the rest of the video, I want to work on this, the town square, and more importantly for this video, the area underneath it. So... we had a meeting today, actually, a Mindcrack group meeting. We talked about the 4 villages, where they're going to be and what's going to be in them a little bit more specifically. I talked about it before, but the 4 villages are going to have redstone stuff, good land, some farms, and what was the 4th one? Shops. And they're going to lead off from these roads, but they're not going to be along the edge. They're actually going to be in the corners. And so I think what's going to happen is these roads are going to go straight to the world border, and then we're going to have a big square, or maybe a big ring, maybe a big circle. I don't know exactly, because I'm not the one making the roads. But the idea of coloring the 4 different directions of the compass rose to point to the different shops isn't necessarily going to work, because they're going to be at the corners. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make some kind of accent in this corner along the diagonal that shows which way to go. And then beneath here, I've worked a little bit on this. It's quite a bit more detailed now. Last time, I think it only came down to here. And for instance, this bit of detailing wasn't here. And I added some of these things. This is kind of like some kind of vaulting to support the roof. Which I still need to work on some more, but that's kind of like a first little effort. And then down here we got some more columns. It kind of looks kind of like a dwarf castle, or not castle, but like a fortress, a dwarf fortress. Kind of like Iron Forge a little bit, with like the columns and the different castle features detailed into the rock. And by the way, all of the cobblestone and whatnot, these aren't the final blocks. I just wanted to get an idea of the shape before even thinking about what type of block I want to use. So we still have a lot of detailing and even more design to do, but down here is going to be 4 different sections, and each one is going to have a number of signs up on the wall. So this one right here, this whole wall here and this will have signs, and the village that is pointed off in that direction, so we're facing northwest. So the village in the northwest corner, if it's like good land or whatever, there's going to be signs here, and people can write down I'm making King of the Ladder, right? And if the farm area is here, I'm making an automated wheat farm, or I'm making a pumpkin farm, or I'm making the sheep farm. And that'll be in that direction. And then over here will be, what was the other ones? The shops. I'm making a shop, and this is the vague theme or whatever. And etc. for all 4 directions. And this will be a very convenient place for people to come, different Mindcrackers, and not only to catch up for themselves, but to inform the viewers. That's probably the more important part, because, I mean, really, we could just, we could talk about this over Skype, and just tell you verbally. But I always feel it's important to show this kind of, oh my god, the thunder. You see this, and the lightning. That's dramatic. I feel it's important to show things to the viewers as much as we tell things. So this is going to be an area to sort of organize all 4 villages and what's going on, what's being built. And then once they're finished, maybe you put the time and date that they get finished or whatever. So I've done a pretty decent amount here, and I'm going to do a little bit more. And I think we're getting close, but it needs just a little bit more detailing. All right, well, I did a little bit of work, and you know what? There is another, oh my god. Another thunderstorm. This is a totally different and totally separate thunderstorm on the server again. I did a little bit of work. I thought the vaulting was maybe a little too subtle, so I lowered this one down 1 block so that it could kind of spread out and arch along kind of this axis a little bit. And I think I will do that for the other 3. And one other thing I wanted to try lowering the fountain all the way down to here so that it sort of cascades down. These guys right here, originally I thought maybe it might be neat to have some columns in the center, kind of like Khazad-dûm or you know, like the Lord of the Rings type stuff. Dwarven underground fortresses with columns underground, and then they might arch up to the sky. But the problem is, it's gonna block a lot of what you might see. Maybe. Ooh, where'd that hit? That's crazy. Maybe it might look okay, maybe not. I'm kind of concerned it might block a little bit too much of the environment. Okay, but then I also thought maybe we should plant some crops. I got some stupid seeds, but I did not. Oops. I did not bring a hoe. Let's see. Can we make a hoe out of something? I don't have a hoe on me. So let's head back to my house real quick. Let's, oh my god! The thunder. I'm gonna get struck by lightning. My whole house is gonna burn down. The whole thing is made out of wood fences. Hey, zombies. Oh yeah, get that knockback job. Alright, so let's make a wood hoe real quick. Okay, good enough. So I wanted to try planting. Oh, let's grab some bone meal. Let's just go ahead and bone meal our plants all the way to fulfillment. And I wanted to try having some plants and some kind of fountainy things and some waterfalls. So I just want to get an idea of what that looks like. The storms are crazy. It might be because there's people online, so we can never sleep away the night. And so it's constantly this storm. It's like we can't get rid of the thing. Oh, why are you doing that? Oh, it's not bright enough. Okay, so let's put that there right now. The light level, too low. Okay, and then bone meal. Just as an idea, I don't know if I would necessarily have wheat here, but just as an idea to have like some vegetation. What it basically does is it gives you a little bit of extra color when all you've got, oh my god, the thunder! When all you've got is clay and like gray tones and stone and stuff like that, gives you a little bit of something different. And then over here we could also do something kind of like that. And maybe we could put some of these plants in here. And then we could put some pots of plants, that kind of thing. Maybe. I don't know. I just wanted to try it out. And then let's see. Let's hop over here. That arrow sound you just heard, I believe that is the part of BTC's chicken cooker thing. Okay. Like that. Alright, well, I built a little bit. I added plants to both sides, so we've got wheat over here and over there, and the potted plants over there, just basically to say, like, well, what's it look like with a little bit of more color diversity? What's it look like with a little bit more vegetation? Does it look good? I don't know. I think it's good. I think we do want some vegetation accents here and there, but I also built this little, it's basically like a fountain pedestal in the middle. And I thought it might be neat to have the fountain up top in the town square, right there, that guy, spill down into all the different levels, all the way down to the bottom. So I built this thing, and we've got 4 gaps here. So if we want water to be in here, then we want the gaps, or we want the places the water is flowing from to be, oops, crap. We want them to be those guys right there, like that. So let's break you, and you, and you, and you. And these are valid spawning spaces, so let's go ahead and let's light that up so that nobody gets snuck up on by a creeper in Spawn Village. And we'll pick up the blocks. And I may have to cut this video short. I'm not sure if you can tell, but my voice sounds a little different. That's because I've been streaming for 3 hours, three days a week, 4 hours at a time for the last little while. And to be honest, my voice has not adapted. My throat has not adapted. And by the end of my streaming schedule week, as I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday on Twitch TV for 4 hours at a time. By the end of Thursday, my throat hurts bad. And it takes a few days to recover. And it's still has not gotten used to it. I think that's kind of a neat idea, though. It needs a little bit of work, but it's a neat idea, and I think we can get it to work. So let me know what you think about these ideas with the 4 message boards, the 4 different villages, and the town square, and in particular, ideas about how the town square design up there with the compass rose and this design here, how they interact. So the one interaction we have is the water flowing down, and we might have some of the shapes echo back and forth. May have some glass in the town square so that you can look down into this area. That kind of thing. Let me know what you think about that. And besides that, I will see you later. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.